Hello, I'm back again with more drawing finally. It's been a little while, but I did need the break from it. I took a little break from making any kind of picture art for a couple of months there, honestly, and I just focused on making resin pieces, and I just need to do that every so often. Um and also over summer I did a lot of oil paintings, and those are there are videos of that, but the painting process is so different to this kind of illustrative drawing that I think it still counts as a break from doing this. But yeah, everyone needs a break every now and then, and I think it's a healthy thing to do is to have several different hobbies that you can cycle through so that you have something else you can do if you start to get a bit burnt out on one thing. So, yeah, it's been a little while since I last did a drawing video, but I'm not going to beat myself up about it. I got back into it recently because I got that scroller box. I'm thinking about it. There should be another scroller box on its way to me now, I think. I got another set of 3 months, so there will be 3 more scroller box videos. Yeah, I had a lot of fun drawing this. Mostly because I do take these breaks from it. So I spent a while doing my resin work, and for months before that I was focusing on painting. And now I'm feeling it again. I'm feeling illustration, so I'm back into this. Hopefully there will be more videos like this because I've got a few more ideas churning in the back of my mind for things to draw. And these are so easy to film because I just set the camera up above my desk and let it film what I'm working on. And if I'm going to be sitting here drawing anyway, it's really no extra effort to have the camera on. That's part of why I love doing these art videos because they're so easy. They don't take much extra setup, basically. And I don't have to look nice for them because you don't see me. Sometimes I don't even narrate them if I'm really not feeling like listening to my own voice or if I really have nothing to say. But I know that the ones that are narrated do better, so I'm going to try and think of something to tell you while I'm working here. This one is based on a really old reference photo that I will put on screen so you can see my reference picture. I just found this picture, I think it was just on Tumblr. Honestly, maybe a decade ago at this point. But I have a massive folder of reference photos that I've saved from all sorts of places online, and I try and make the file names where I found it and who it's a picture of. But if I really don't know, I'll give it a name that suggests that I don't know who this is right now, and I try and find the people sometimes. And obviously, over the years, things like Google image search has gotten better, has been invented, and then also gotten better. So it's it's getting a little easier to find where some of my really old reference pictures actually came from. Not always, but sometimes. It also can be just a fun part of the process sometimes, is going through all these old photos that I saved way back when and trying to figure out where they actually came from and who this is. Anyway, if I have any more information on her, I'll put it on screen maybe. If anyone out there remembers this photo, was on Tumblr at the time, and can tell me any information about it, let me know. I would really, really like to know. Maybe I should tell you a little bit about what I'm actually physically doing. Obviously, I'm drawing, but I did all the big lines, the outside edge lines, with a dip pen. It's it's an old school type of pen that you dip in a bottle of ink. And here now you can see I'm using a fine liner to go in and do all the little details. So I do sometimes do these where I do all the little detail lines with a dip pen as well. But sometimes I don't, honestly, sometimes I just can't be bothered. So I don't. I love using the dip pen because it's fun, I guess. There's a kind of novelty to it. It feels aesthetically pleasing, and it gives you a really nice kind of effect that you don't get from standard pens, but it is also a little bit messy sometimes, and it slows down your work because you've got to keep dipping the pen back in the ink. So if you want to work quickly, or yeah, I guess just quickly, and you don't want to have to keep going back and forth to the bottle of ink, fine liner pens are where it's at. Also, you get a much thinner line with these little fine liner pens. I'm sure some people can draw with a dip pen and make the lines absolutely pen thin and gorgeous, but I can't. I can't do that. I guess that's not the point though. I maybe just have to get a thinner tip. But then again, often when I'm working with a dip pen and ink bottle, I don't want super skinny lines from it. You know, I want a nice, thick, juicy, dark line. And that's... You've just got to know what materials to use for what kind of line you want. And that comes from practice. Yeah. So that was my TED talk about pens. Maybe I'll show you the sketch I did, the practice sketch before this final piece. Because I do sketches first of most things before I commit them to a singular piece of watercolour paper like this. And in the original sketch I did, I drew a lamp in the background instead of a candle on the stack of books. And the lamp was going to be one of those Tiffany glass lamps with the stained glass. And in my head, I was going to have the lamp be on and casting all these multicoloured shadows. I guess it's not really shadows if it's a light, but it would be casting all the colours of the glass lamp onto the sleeping figure. And I'm still going to use that idea for another piece. I might actually do an oil painting version of this image with the lamp, with all the colours. Oil painting, maybe digital, I don't know. At least with the digital one, I could experiment a little with different colours. We'll see. The point is, when I actually sat down to draw this version on paper, I realised I extremely could not be bothered with drawing the lamp and all the colours. And I'm always telling myself that I should practice drawing in a more monochrome way, right? Because all my art is so rainbowy and brightly coloured, and I always tell myself that I'm going to practice drawing in more muted tones. So, those two things went hand in hand here. Practice drawing in muted tones, and also too lazy to draw stained glass. And I changed out the lamp for a candle. Sometimes things just work out like that, right? Well, we're getting near the end of the video now, and I don't have that much left to say, so support me on Patreon if you feel like supporting me on Patreon. I might make prints of this piece, I'm not sure, but there are prints of a lot of my other artworks up on Etsy in various sizes. There's postcard sized ones, there's A4 sized ones, and there's big A3 poster sized ones. So if there's other art videos of mine you've watched and liked, or there's other art pieces of mine you've seen on Instagram or something, there might be prints of it on my shop. And who knows, maybe I'll make prints of this one too, because honestly it turned out quite a lot better than I had imagined it would, and I'm happy with it. So, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. I hope you're all having a nice December. I hope whatever you do over the holidays and New Year is fun, but also safe. Okay, take care of yourselves. Bye.